at the guard spots. Markieff Morris is out there with Porter. And it's Gortat in at the center position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Mirotic has a wide open look. The three-pointer no good.
Boy, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
And Wall kicks to Gortat. There's the triple. Washington gets it back. Here's Morris, and it comes off the front of the rim.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
But they get it back. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve, effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth-quarter points per game.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts. And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And Washington making a change here. Thornton's checked in. And they double up Butler. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That's foul number 2 for him.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
Butler.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And again, no good by Chicago. The pass to Gasol. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. To the inside. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Dunleavy kicks to Mirotic. And again, no good by Chicago.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Thornton has the open look. And it's Thornton again missing. Mirotic with it. 17 points in the game. Kicks it to Gasol. There's the feed to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Oh, look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. You go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
Butler kicks to Gasol. From the arc, Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game and he still hasn't registered a single point.
Mirotic against Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Dudley comes in for Morris. Garrett Temple has checked in for Marcus Thornton. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
And guys, touching back on the Bulls on the road, to illustrate how good they are on the road, last season marked the 5th straight year of a road record above 500. Incredible consistency as a franchise.
Beal's checked in for the Wizards. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Morris checked in for Mirotic. Wizards passing it around. And that one's good. Sessions. And Chicago has possession.
Yep, you know, here's another stat for the Bulls on the road. Since 2010, when Tom Thibodeau took over, the Bulls have won almost 60% of their road games. That's impressive.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal. That's his 5th personal foul.
That's good for Moore.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Beal. The Bulls also changing it up. McDermott's checked in for Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Here's Hickson. No good on the 3.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Moore with the block. And that's not going to go. The 3-quarter. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Well, the Bulls shooting the ball at 42%. And there's the call on Nene. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
So for Chicago right now, we've got Brooks. Pau Gasol is out there with Portis. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Holiday in the shooting guard position.
You know basketball is a game of runs. They shot it well in the first half, but they're kind of slumping here a bit in the second. They just need to keep putting forth the extra effort on the defensive end, and everything will smooth itself out.
And that one misses.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. And he's also got a tough mentality about him, just a real rugged individual.
And getting back to Nene, an obvious inside player with great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
He doesn't get the second one.
And in the second round, the Wizards continued to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
The Wizards with another miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And he commits the intentional foul. The Wizards making a switch here. Oubre's checked in. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Brooks.
And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
Butler kicks to Holiday. Three-pointer, Snell. Washington with the rebound.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Temple gets the bucket.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Portis, the pass to Holiday. Gasol a screen.
Justin Holiday.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
That's his first
Some
personal
changes
foul.
for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Gasol. Dunleavy comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Rose in for Justin Holiday.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. From deep, Rose. Offensive rebound. From outside the arc. Count the bucket.
Derrick Rose.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
They double him with Nene. Here's Mirotic. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Pau Gasol, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Pau Gasol.
1:31 left in the game. Double team on Rose. Pass to Butler. Back to Rose. From downtown, Nene pulls it in. Nene's got his third rebound on the night.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bulls.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in there about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think